it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for August 2022. So on Monday, August 22nd, we have the sun moving into Virgo energy. That brings Leo season to a close and it brings us back down to Earth. Virgo energy being an earth sign ruled over by Mercury, an air sign, definitely has a lot of pressure, a lot of focus on the mental plane. This is very much mind over matter, recognizing what it is that we focus on, what it is we pay attention to in our mental plane is what it is that we're able to actually manifest in our physical realm. This particular energy is going to slow us down a little bit. We have to recognize that Leo season was meant to crack our heart chakra wide open, get us raw, get us vulnerable, get us in alignment with what makes us happy, what brings pleasure and joy into our life, and align us to our authentic purpose and mission. Now that we've had the fire energy of Leo season, light that spark, light that flame, light that fire underneath our butts and in our heart space. We've been downloaded with the boldness, with the bravery, with the courage to go after what it is that we actually wish to pursue. In Virgo energy is when we actually start seeing the foundational cornerstones of what it is that we've been looking to bring to life actually manifest. This is essentially harvest season. We've been putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this new vision, this new dream. We've been doing the inner work necessary in order to align with the vibration and frequency of actually bringing in a brand new reality for us to live. And Virgo energy is not only going to help us bring and create those elements in our lives, but it's going to get us focused on the nitty gritty. This particular energy, because Mercury is its ruler, we have a lot of thinking to do. We have a lot of processing to do. We like to kind of focus in on the details, the small, little, minute details of our lives, because it is the smaller, little details and pieces of our lives that make up the greater, grander picture. Keep in mind, Mercury, the ruler of Virgo season, will be going retrograde on September 9th. So this is going to add a little bit of an interesting retrospect, reflective, revision, redo, recalibration element into this Virgo season. But we do get a week or two of this forward thinking, forward acting, seeing things actually come to life. And especially after the new moon in Virgo, on the 27th, we will see the puzzle pieces start to actually manifest and snap together very quickly, revealing the new path, the new strategy, the new direction that we will all be taking. This particular energy is when we have to take care of our to-do list, of our physical lives, our physical bodies. This Virgo energy is the physical healer. This is sitting across from the Piscean energy, which is the emotional and soul healer. In Virgo energy, we're really connected to our materialistic realm. Again, earth energies bringing us into the physical body, into our physical circumstances. Yes, we have a lot to think about, a lot to process in our mental plane, but we're not really looking to project ourselves too far into the future, and we're definitely not going back too far in the past. Although it can be very tedious to have to sit in the mundane tasks and chores of our everyday life, it is absolutely necessary that we go ahead and we do so, making sure we are building very strong foundations in our day-to-day lives, in our routines, in our habits. We have to focus on the health and wellness of our physical bodies, of our mind, our body, our soul. This is a time when we get to basically recalibrate. And if you've been listening to the ascension forecasts and all the astro forecasts, you would know that we are in a recalibration and an integration stage with new light codes coming online, with new passions and desires being ignited. But now we actually have to get down to the nitty gritty to make space, to make a strong foundation, to make I'm going to say a beautiful stage for the next chapter of our dreams to actually have a solid foundation to be built upon. We're very practical in this particular energy. We're very rooted in the here and now. We do have to kind of focus on what it is that we have to wrap up, tying up those loose ends, finishing those old projects, cutting off those old soul contracts before we can get down to bringing in new elements. So this is a time to get organized. This is a time to, restructure our thoughts, our emotions, our physical realms, our habits, our to-do list, because we have a lot of building to do. And that's what we do in earth energies is we start to build, we start to give birth to new elements, we start to create new foundations, new structures for us to be safely supported on building. So what does this mean? It means that we're going to have to slow down. We're going to have to get a little bit more serious with our tasks, with our chores, with our roles and responsibilities, especially where our own health and wellness is concerned. It is definitely going to be a season where we have to kind of reorganize the energy that we're giving away, recognizing where we have to, keep the energy for ourselves, make sure that we are feeling good, that we are operating from a full cup before we go ahead and start, giving our energy away to other people. Yes, we want to be of service. That's what this Virgo energy is all about. But there's no point in trying to be of service to other people when we're operating from an empty cup. We have to kind of open up our minds and see where it is that we have to pay a little bit more attention to where it is that we are giving our energy and power away throughout the day. When we have a clean environment for us to live in, that helps our mental health. When we have a daily habit, a daily structure, a daily routine, it takes a lot of the guesswork out. It adds to the strength, to the discipline that we should be building in our lives. And it keeps us on track. It keeps us a little bit more organized. We're definitely focused on the health and wellness factor. Again, digestion comes into play. This Virgo energy rules over the stomach, the digestion feature, and in the ascension forecast for this week, I talked about how whatever's going on in your mental plane is a huge trigger, a huge activation on what it is that your physical stomach, your physical digestion will be feeling. Again, mind over matter. We have to be very careful with what it is that we're bringing into our body. Information, focus, attention, and then, of course, food. So this particular energy can bring out some OCD, can bring out some perfectionism because we are so focused on the details in our life. We want everything to have order. And where we've been going through an adjustment period as of late, everything is kind of feeling a little bit of cray-cray, a little bit chaotic. The Virgo energy gives everything its place. It organizes everything. It gives everything a mission, a purpose. And if it doesn't have a mission and a purpose helping us get to our greater, grander vision, then it gots to go. This is a time for us to realize where it is that the potential for our dreams, for our visions to actually come to life is rooted in our daily habits, in our daily routine. So this is something, it's going to be a dramatic shift because, of course, in Leo season, we were thinking big, we were thinking grand, anything is possible. Well, in this Virgo energy where we are in an earth energy, bringing things back down to earth, it's not that, things aren't possible. It's just we have to be realistic with what is possible. When we, bite off this huge dream, this huge vision, and we don't put the little puzzle pieces together in order to actually align with bringing that big vision and dream to life, we set ourselves up for disappointment. This is taking a stock, taking an inventory, reevaluating our dreams, our hopes, our visions, what it is that we want to see for ourselves, and actually compartmentalizing it into a strategy, into what we're actually capable of doing and bringing to life. So this isn't like, go big or go home. This is Let's focus on a dream. Let's be realistic about it. Let's take the big dream. Let's chop it up into smaller pieces that we're actually able and capable of bringing to life in order to actually see the path, the direction that we want to take. It is going to be about reminding ourselves of the big vision, of the big dream, and then putting the blinders on to focus in on what can I do today in my physical realm, in my control, to start kind of weeding out what I'm not taking with me and creating a space and starting to actually act in habits, in routine, building the foundation, building the structure that is going to be the bridge that's going to get us from where it is that we're currently at to where it is that we desire to be. So, yeah, we're going to be all in our heads, and we're going to be paying attention to the connection of what's going on in our physical realms, how that's impacting our mental health, and how our mental health is impacting our physical body. Now, in an earth energy, we want to engage the physical body, keep it busy, doing productive tasks. We want to see the rewards. We want to see the end result from our energy, from our effort. We want to see the tangible rewards for what it is that we've been pouring into. And that's why I say many people have asked, like, when are we going to start to see some of our dreams and visions actually come to life and manifest? And this is the season in which that starts. Again, being harvest season. So we are going to have some very interesting astrology take place throughout Virgo season. That's really going to help us kind of, I'm going to say, redefine our dreams and our visions on what is practical, what is possible. We are using our intellect more so than we're using our intuition. It is always good to try and strive for balance between the two. But again, Mercury being the ruler of the mental plane, being ruler of this whole season, we are going to be relying a little bit more on our egoic mental plane, bringing in data, information, statistics from our physical realm to form an opinion on what is actually possible. So we don't want to forget our imagination, our dream, our vision. It is a little bit harder in this earthy Virgo energy to let ourselves kind of float off into la la land and have that dream and have that vision, because again, we're very focused on the here and now, on the practical, on the tangible, on what it is that we actually have control over right now, not what is possible for us in the future. So with that being said, we got to roll up our sleeves. We got to get ready. We got to get to work. There are many things that we are going to see change in our physical realms throughout the course of Virgo season, but all of it should be either deleting what is not serving us, what is just adding to the clutter of our lives and not contributing to the overall vision and dream. And of course, focusing very closely on the details of our mental plane, of our physical body, of our physical circumstances in the run of our day. This is where healthy habits need to be initiated, where strong, disciplined routines need to be implemented. This is about being very serious, okay? Very serious, very somber, if you will, about what needs to be done. Hard work is something that we're all going to have to really dive into through Virgo season if we really want to see the change in our lives that we've been hoping for and that we've been praying for.